Alrighty, good morning and welcome everybody to the 1879 Actual Play. I am Brad Decker, I'm the line developer for 1879, and if everybody wants to go ahead and get their introductions going, I will get the announcements posted on Discord.
Hello, I'm Joel. I'm one of the 1879 writers. I'm playing Morgana, who is a aristocrat and general busybody. Uh, she's an elf. Yes, that's the other thing. There we go.
My name's Michelle and I'm playing August. He's an elf who is an investigator, not an elf investigator. And I am not one of the writers, just a general player.
My name's Lexi. I am playing River, a elven explorer. I am just a player.
And I'm Andi, and I'm just the GM. Back to you, Brad.
Oh, you're more than that, Andy. You're our cat herder.
Yes, well, I have to be
Yeah.
off early to do some herding.
Yeah, those cats certainly aren't going to herd themselves.
They do not. So tell them about your character, Mr. Brad.
Well, my character is Nigel Fullmore. He is a Galvanic Mage. Had been keeping the magic aspect secret, although that cat's out of the bag, and but the last session put that to significant effect.
Speaking of, who wants to recap? Brad, sounds like you want to recap.
Hey, I did it. What was it? Not the last time, but the time before last.
Life isn't fair, Brad.
Well, I'm still posting the announcements here.
Oh, okay. How about August?
I did
What
it
is
last
August
time.
think happened?
I suppose I could do it again. Hang on a sec. Let me just open things up. There we go. So we had been initially requested to help our medium friend, James, who was having problems with some ghosts of dead children pestering him and generally, not letting him sleep and stuff. So we go and investigate the place where we think the children were being forced to work / killed / just randomly dying because conditions. And we find that we scope that one out, and part of that scoping it out, we have Nigel and Weymont on the roof at one point watching and checking for wards. August and Morgana end up renting a room and pretending to be a married couple because the older snark lady who owns the rooms is convinced that they are. So that was interesting. And let's have a look. Hang on. It's all written from Morgana's perspective, is most of this. So hang on.
I just heard tag. It's Morgana's problem,
Ah,
right?
Yeah.
That's what that
reasonable.
sounded like.
So we staked out the troll's house. We witnessed a lady who looked like a nun and some accomplices delivering some children to the house.
Yeah.
We noticed that they seem to be given some sort of charm to get them through the wards. We presume the troll takes them off them once they're inside. Our other watching crew, Nigel and River, who are around the back pretending to be technicians, because thankfully we have enough public infrastructure that the cunning method of disguising yourself as people doing maintenance on it suddenly starts working these days. Spotted all of this as well, and Nigel used his magic to incapacitate their steam car a little round the corner, and we went and we made an arrest, or several arrests. We may have got quite a lot of information out of one of them, who then managed to slip through our grip. There was a certain amount of questioning on how happy we were about that, but as it stands, we have some prisoners, we have some answers, we have an idea of who they are working for.
We have a nun missing a kneecap.
There may have been an e-capping, but this is what happens when River is involved.
Out of curiosity, does anyone believe she's actually a nun?
No.
Oh, no, absolutely
No.
not.
I mean, she could be, but I don't think she's a nun.
I really don't think she's a penguin. Sorry, no.
No.
I honestly think she's a nun either. I was just curious.
If she is a nun, she's not a very good nun. That's all I say.
Although she is now a holy nun.
As in full of.
Yes.
Yes.
She only has
Very-
one extra. Maybe two. Well, no, just one, because
It goes all the way through. That's one for philosophers.
If there's an exit wound, then yeah, there's two.
oh, so you're that kind. Straw has two holes kind of people.
No, it's just one long hole.
Exactly.
Well, the hole is at the
just like
surface
humans.
level.
Just like humans, they're one long hole.
Yep. True.
Well, but a hole is a two-dimensional object, so that's just at the surface.
I think we will let the philosophers argue that later. But you guys got some information. The car is, their steam car coach thing is totaled. But that's only a few blocks from the house. So you were going to, if not have to deal with the house now, you're going to have to deal with it soon. Because if he goes
Yes.
outside and he finds out, and there's a good chance if he goes outside, he will find out.
And yeah, dealing with the house now would be a good idea.
I would just point out that if he's outside, he's not within the wards, and we can deal with him. And we know he carries a charm to get through the wards.
Steal his talisman, yeah.
The main rub is whether or not anyone else is inside that we'll still have to deal with, which I'm betting there will be.
Yeah.
Then we might be able to play a complicated game of Pass the Talisman.
So, what do you guys want to do?
I believe as soon as we'd finished with the police, Morgana was going to get back to the boarding house, partially explain matters to our very observant and socially concerned landlady. She's not a gossip.
Uh-huh.
And mostly make it sound, I think, not entirely untruthfully, that dealing with bad people might be part of the government work that myself and August do, though I won't be saying that outright. And give her the joy that is the slight scandal of suspicious things going on when nobody else has noticed.
Well, she's really amazed that you two both work for the same government thing. And she thinks you guys probably met on the job together because you're such a nice, happy couple. Again, winner will be children. And also, what can she do to help? Because she doesn't want bad people on her street.
We can help by just keeping an eye out and, and not letting on, because I would feel terrible if she was put at risk. And she's been such a lovely lady and such a kind landlady. But mostly letting us know if she's ever seen anyone else going in and out of the house. I can make a diplomacy roll or other skill if required.
I don't know that it's required at this point because she really likes you guys. It's more
Yeah.
a role on her part to see if she remembers anyone else. Oh, somebody's sharp tonight. Today, this afternoon, I guess.
Real quick, just
Well-
to interject, River, you got a greeting from Rainbow Paint from the stream. With emojis of chaos, so just throw it out that we've got that on there.
So now that you mention it,
What, chaos?
she did see two. No, she did
Okay, sorry, I'll stop
see
now.
two guys come in and come out one night, but she just assumed that they were helping fix something. It was late, and she just had sleepily got up to make, a cup of milk because she wasn't sleeping well that night because of her gout or something was flaring up, and there's about probably 10 minutes on that until you stare back to, but you saw someone's. So she said she basically saw two guys go in and two guys come out. But it was so late, she just thought maybe she was confused. But they were kind of big guys. So obviously they're helping move furniture or something for the kids.
Can't you remember what they looked like, or other than big guys?
It was late, it was dark. She was half asleep, and remember her gout was acting up so bad. And her doctor gave her some medicine to help with it, but they were pretty big. I mean, not quite as big as he is, but they're pretty big. He's really big.
Well, thank you for that. And just keep an eye on matters for the moment.
Okay. What's everybody else up to?
Well, first off, I'm going to take a moment to try and steady myself because I took a lot of strain with all the stuff going on there. Fortunately, no overall damage, but I do want to throw out. I've got the physician skill, so I'm assuming River would probably like a hand with some healing.
I actually don't think I really got hurt.
You got shot. I put the barrier up, but I know you took damage still.
I took like 4 damage.
Yeah, she didn't take much damage, actually. You got it up in time. And
No. I took 3. Actually, I think I would have taken none because
No, I think you took the 3 after your armor.
Yeah, 3 after the armor.
It was very minimal, and everyone should either be really amazed at how good of a mage Nigel is that he protected her that much, or how tough of a bird River is. You may not be totally sure, but you're pretty sure that if that barrier hadn't been there, River wouldn't be here.
I was definitely going for
And
both
still,
on that front.
yeah, I was gonna say, and still, River's a tough bird too. She got up like a champ and went to kick and tush.
Well, did anybody else take any damage or anything that needs to be dealt with?
Ooh,
I don't think that most of you got too badly hurt, other than maybe Nigel and taking a lot of strain,
Yeah, and
which puts you guys in a cramp for dealing with this house without Wayland. Because either Nigel probably needs a rest, and a long one, or you guys need to think of some way to do this, like some way to get, I don't know. You guys gonna have to think of something. Because apparently Wayland is still researching. Should get done with that soon, one would hope.
Yeah, and I have not gotten a response from Chris. I don't know if he's going to be joining us today.
There's another option, which I'm not sure is a great option, which is because I don't want to decide what he'll do. We could see about reconvening next Sunday and then do 2 in a row and hope that he gets back and he can make it next Sunday.
Next Sunday is Easter Sunday.
Oh, well, that's not going to work for people.
And the Sunday after, we are away.
Oh, you guys are going to want to miss. I don't want to miss a month and a half. That's no good. So Sunday the 7th, you guys are gone, so we need to probably cancel that one.
Well, we can figure that out when it comes time.
Well, those 2 are definitely gone. So the 7th is out, so we're going to have to play without him. So you guys are just going to have to hopefully have a very smart plan.
I think we might see him in 20 minutes or so, because he might have got confused with the time things.
Oh, that's a possibility.
Because you guys put your clocks ahead before us in March.
You guys have Mother Days before us, so that's weird.
Yeah.
You should put those all, like, they should be international. Like, it's International Mother's Day. Everybody.
Hang on. He just responded to me.
Okay.
Looks like he had something he needed to go get here. He's typing to me. Okay, yep, he has to run and grab something. He will be on as soon as he can. So we will have him. It's just going to be a little bit. So that gives us a little bit of time to prepare here.
I think it's a lovely idea that you guys work out your plan. So
from where I sit with it, ultimately we need to get one of the people, the overseers, to come out so that we can get the token off of them. At least one. I don't know how stealthy we can be about this.
Yeah, I still don't have stealth skills.
Well, even aside from that, just being able to get the person out.
Do we know what his schedule is?
He usually leaves during the evening at some point.
Can we just nobble him when he leaves?
Does my landlady know which way he usually heads when he's leaving the place? Because that would allow us to set something in place in the correct position and ambush him around the corner, where any associates inside the building won't be able
Can't
to see.
see. Hmm.
So how are you getting him out? Or just
It-
waiting until his nightly come out?
A question was just asked of you as the GM.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was going to ask my landlady if what direction if Mr. Toby, when he leaves of an evening, does he always go the same direction? Because if she can see him leaving and heading down the street, and he always goes right out of the house and down the road, we can position ourselves round a corner.
I don't know if she watches him go all the way around the corner, but she does know that if he's going to the closest market, grocery store, whatever the equivalent would be, she knows which direction that is.
That would be very helpful, because that's the likely place he goes to, because he does tend to come back with groceries, doesn't he?
Yes. As far as you guys know, and as far as she knows, that's what she thinks he's out doing, is getting fresh food for the kids. So, 2 blocks up and a block to the left. So she can show you that way. Matter of fact, she'll even tell you all about how he has the freshest zucchini, I guess, due to previous things. Freshest zucchini anywhere nearby. Not, I mean, maybe you guys want to hear about that, but all about it.
Well, I mean, elves are vegetarians, so yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah.
Are elves vegetarians?
They are in
In
Murston.
1979?
We don't have that established in 1879.
I was
I
going to
think it
say.
actually.
There are
I think it
some
actually
of them that
mentions it.
are.
I mean, I'm sure that there's some of anything that is, but as a general whole, I don't think that had
Well,
been established in 1979.
and
No,
really,
fair
it's
enough.
more vegan than vegetarian. It's the animal protein that reacts negatively with their system.
I just, for my policeman character, who obviously used to be human and enjoy a pie or several, was very disappointed when he turned into an elf because he could no longer eat pies, like meat pies and stuff. So I've always played it that way, but that's fine.
Yeah. No, it is entirely valid to play it that way because it has
Mhm.
affected some of them that way.
Cool.
So, I mean, August, and it might totally be all about the zucchini then, I guess. However, it does tell you about where that would be, so you would have a you could go ahead and check out and look for a jumping point. Mhm.
Also, see if there's a druggist around. Apothecary.
I mean, you get the high street chemists around.
Yeah, I was
What
gonna say.
what are you looking for?
Hey, does this smell like chloroform? No.
Pretty
Yes.
much.
I mean, in the States, you could just go buy a pile of cocaine. I mean, float your boat.
And certain places you can get that here too.
See if we can get a hold of a booster potion. See if there's an actual apothecary.
Okay, Brad, how easy is it to get a booster potion?
I believe they're uncommon without pulling up the book.
If
I'm in the process of getting them.
it's very easy for River to get a booster potion, Morgana can pass her one.
Booster potions are rare. Page 298 of the book.
Okay, so basically, you're not going to find them at every corner shop. You'll need to find not only a specialist shop for it, but a specialist shop that has sufficient, funding for it. But yeah, if you're going to find a high street chemist, they should have it.
And Morgana can pass you one out of her personal stash.
Oh, I was gonna say, oh, wait.
If you want to have a special stash, that's probably the best way to go.
I was gonna say, Nigel probably needs it definitely more
Uh,
than River.
Oh, just for blowing off the strain?
Yeah.
yeah, I can definitely pass one to Nigel.
Alright, I can give that a shot here. Second, I gotta remember the dice
I'll
for
say
it.
So how's that working for Nigel?
So, plus 8 to the next recover. I had to remember what the dice rolls were. So then...
So do you guys have, figuring as he probably has about 4 hours before he's going to leave, maybe 5. Do you guys have enough time then for a long rest, or is it 6-hour minimum for a long rest?
It's certainly enough for a couple of recovery tests in 4 hours.
Alright, so that is 15. That brings me down to 8. So, much better. still only have 7 karma, and I would say we're probably not got a long enough rest time for that to have recovered. But I'll just have to be judicious with that.
So after the recovery test, are you guys going to go and try to scope out the area and look for a good hidey hole?
That sounds
Yeah.
reasonable. Certainly some of us can.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
like I can sit and rest, and everybody else can go scope stuff. I don't, it doesn't have to be everybody sitting around and waiting for that.
Yeah.
So this can be simultaneous.
Morgana needed, looking at her damage, she kind of needed a recovery test as well, so we'll have spent a while resting and taking tea with the landlady and questioning her as a form of rest, so.
Yeah, I will go scope out the route to the market.
We're gonna have the scout scout.
Woohoo!
What?
Are you sure that's how that works? Scouts actually scout things? Sounds strange.
13 for hunting to find a good spot along the route to set up an ambush.
That would work. One of them will be harder to hide people, but will be a better ambush type. The other one, it's easier to hide people, but it's not as good of an ambush type because there's too many other like storefront things around.
All right, and set up a. Set up a map. I'm just gonna double check my numbers real quick on step 10. It's 2d8. Okay, I didn't change that. So I got an 8 on map making to map out the route and the 2 ambush spots.
Works well enough. Pretty even. You got a couple of little decorative, happy trees nearby. It's all good. You showed the rest of the team. And basically, there's no way to hide everybody in one spot. You'd have to try to break up into 2 or 3 spots, which wouldn't be too awful, but it's not it's a better place because it's mostly residential. There's not a lot of businesses, so there won't be as many people out and about to get in the way or accidentally get shot. The other one, much easier to hide everybody, but there are businesses nearby and going to be more likely to be busy, so more looky-loos in the way.
Yeah, I would say as few looky-loos as we can manage would probably be the best. Because we saw how that worked out with this last one.
Well, yeah, and luckily nobody got hurt. That was not, So, the other one being residential, there's a couple of spots for a couple of people so that you don't look like you're just a mob laying in wait for someone. But you're going to have to break up into sets of 1s and 2s at various points of the block. Fairly close by. Definitely in ranged attack ranges. So kind of how you guys want to try to set that up. Is someone going to do something first and everyone's going to know that that's your go sign? Or are you just waiting until River shoots something, then oh, now we're going? Like, how do you want that to
I
go?
mean, that's what it's going to inevitably come up with. But if we want to have a plan A,
Plan
I
A,
was
Plan B, River shoots it.
I was possibly thinking that we could hide a couple of people at the ambush spot, and then Morgana and August could stay at the house, and when they see him leave, be ready to leave and head out as if heading out for an evening perambulation, as a young married couple might, and happen to follow down the same route. And when we get him close, we can catch up to ask him questions, because we've already asked him questions about setting up a business in the area.
Mm-hmm.
I can ask him a question about if he knows where anyone could find workers to work in a small workhouse. I've heard he has, I've heard he might know such things. And while he's going, wait, what are you talking about? Then River can shoot him.
oh wait, but you talked to him before, didn't you?
Yes.
I mean, that sounds like a good plan A. So the 3 others of you are hiding at the ambush site, and August and Morgana are going to sort of get into a conversation with him.
Or just try and get him stopped on the street briefly. And that's can we just ask a question? Would you like to be under arrest? Would you like to come peacefully?
I mean, that is a question.
It also gives us the possibility that if he goes in a different direction, one of us can keep following him, the other can go and fetch the others. And then we can play it completely by ear and complete chaos, which, let's be honest.
I mean, honestly, nobody has to go with the others. You could have like a signal. Like, yell really loud. He said no. Get him. It's not that easy, but something. You could work out a signal. Did you guys work out a signal? Or is it just, he said no back.
I think in this situation, my best option is to do gravitic draw and gravity pull him into something.
Just only if your dice roll crappy. That's the only way that's good. Just roll really poorly.
Yeah, gravitic draw and
Can pull him into the bush where River's waiting with the gun.
I think River at this point might be better with being ranged instead of right on top of her.
yeah.
See, I feel like River doesn't want anybody in her space for a minute.
Yeah, that guy was way too close to my bubble.
Well, I think the main issue was that he was on top of you and you couldn't really do anything. If you know where this guy's gonna go...
Yeah, if I know exactly where he's going to be, I can and just shoot that spot.
Well, yeah, so we could do that.
Yeah, just have him.
Oh, really bad, Brad, so that my guy can get away from you.
Well, that's just assuming the dice work out.
Yeah.
Sometimes, Andy, I don't think you're on our side. I'm just getting these subtle hints.
Can I put your dice in dice show?
Well, the thing is, we gotta still get in the house. I was chewing through karma like potato chips. I got 7 left, and I want to hang on to that. So, basically, at this point, when it comes to jumping the guy, it's gonna be I throw the dice, and whatever I get, I'm not throwing karma on it because I need to save it.
I think it's a valid plan. I think it's a good plan.
So then plan C is River just shoots him on the street.
Plan C is chaos. C for chaos.
There we go.
And
But
anyways, I
Alvin,
started blasting.
C is for chaos. That's good enough for River. No. All right. So you
Today's
guys
actual play will be brought to you by the letters C and R.
are and 1879. And the number 1879.
Absolutely.
All right. So River and Nigel, you guys are at the ambush part. August and Morgana, you're going to follow him. So it's a few hours later. He comes out, and I mean, from what you've seen in the past, this all seems very normal. He's got his bag, it's empty. He comes out, he closes the door, he makes, jiggles it, makes sure it's locked. Although with the wards, he doesn't need to, but he does. And he starts walking down the street on the sidewalk.
Excellent.
He gets about the 2 blocks down, starts turning the corner, and is approaching the ambush site. And I need an initiative from Morgana and August.
Bear with me a moment. Ooh, excellent.
A majestic 4.
It's a good 4, solid 4.
A passable 7.
So as you guys are getting close and are going to start to speed up to try to get his attention, a young troll woman comes flying out of a building. And I mean flying out, like she hit the ground running and stops like 2 foot from the guy. I'm so glad I caught you. She's a little breathless. Have you heard the news? There was a car accident and the police were involved and a nun. You guys can jump in now at any point, especially 7 and then 4.
Yes, Mr. Toby, do you know anything about that nun?
So he seems very shocked at the moment. 4, did you want to add anything before he gets to turn to say or do something?
No, I'll just be ready to back up Morgana.
He has this look, and when he looks at you, I don't know, there's something about how you said that set off his sense motive roll. That's what that's done.
I'm in danger.
Well, it was just probably just shy of a taunt, I'll admit.
So what's your social defense?
My social defense is 11.
Oh, he does not meet the 11. However, he's still a little suspicious simply because the nun was mentioned. I had not heard anything, Miss Graham. Yeah, we'll call Graham. And you see her obviously trying to flirt, but she's not very graceful with the flirt. She's young, not talented at this yet. Oh, well, I can tell you all about it. As she tries to steer him back to pay attention to her and not the 2 of you.
I will.
Why don't we walk you to the market?
I'm going to turn. I will turn to the young lady, put my hand upon her shoulder in a commiserating way, and say, "I'm sorry, my dear. This gentleman isn't worth your time. The people who had the car accident were his criminal associates, and he's in a lot of trouble because he's very stupid. Can I count that as a taunt?"
Yes, you can count that as a taunt.
A 13 versus his social defense.
Oh, he's angry. Like, he's angry enough that you thought for a second that he was going to just backhand you right there. Like, he is obviously pissed. And he said something along the lines of, what the blank bloody you know about my associates or my business?
We know an awful lot about them, my dear. Then very loudly, River, if you would!
The girl is very like, but no, not Mr. He's a nice man. He takes care of children.
He does not do anything nice to those children.
All right, River and Nigel, let's do a new initiative.
Alrighty.
I presume for me in August as well?
Yes, please. Say everybody's in. I guess everybody wants to be in, isn't it?
I got 18.
18? Damn. Your dice are going to police jail too.
And the troll is on -1 to all tests, all action tests, per success I got on that taunt. I think that's what taunt is in this edition.
Boo.
And -1 to social defense.
Oh, and
So-
-1 to social defense, so I may keep taunting him.
Now, is it just to the social defense or is it to any defense?
Just social defense.
Action tests are not damage steps, and social defense for 3 rounds total.
Oh. Put all your dice in dice jail. New plan. Dice jail for everyone.
I was going to put initiative in the chat, so.
Putting an initiative in the chat. I will go look in the chat for the initiatives. I'm wetting. Don't you love how even though you say you're with the person, you still believes you're married?
Like that's the part she still goes with.
Yep. Tell me you've not met this woman, this little old lady. You've all met her, right? Like,
Oh yeah.
oh yeah.
I think she might be a relative.
Like this with you guys. Imagine what she's like with great great grandniece whatever. Grandniece whatever is not coming home till she's got a man and a hubby and a baby, like 3 of them. Then she'll be like, okay, yeah, now I can deal with her. But then she'll come on to some other thing that
Well, why haven't you been around?
feeding them. Look how thin they are, and you're like, they're all butterball. Dear God, stop feeding them. And then it'll be loud toys like drum sets. It'll be awesome. With that.
But yeah, I don't think any of us are fast enough to stop the chaos that is River.
It's not right now.
Not this time.
He's surrounded by 3 people.
It's honestly not high on my priorities for this guy at the moment.
What,
So
stop
you're
the
gonna-
river?
So you're going to want to be careful about that shot placement. It's going to be a harder shot. You're talented enough, you can probably make it, but just River needs to be.
Unless you decide to hold, because there is that option. And then if he goes to do anything, you can still move before him.
Yeah, I got a 26 plus 7. So 33 with the rifle.
Or not.
Apparently, River doesn't like people who do bad things to children.
Oh, raises.
What was that?
Yeah, you even have 2 raises. It's a damn fine shot.
With a 33?
Because it's his plus he's got coverage. So
Okay. So 2 raises. So that puts me.
So from the perspective
Plus 8
of this
goes.
this woman that was trying to flirt with him,
17.
oh, she's gonna win the fuck out. She, however, did not roll that high on initiative.
Okay, there it is. D12, 2D8. It also helps that my D10 is the one that exploded on this shot.
It's not just D8 that are working against me.
Yeah,
my,
but so 16.
my D8 specifically.
23. 32 points of damage.
So I guess so for the perspective of this woman that came out, she comes out to flirt with this guy, tells him that there was an accident, then she gets a hand put on her shoulder, told that he's a criminal, and then his head explodes.
His head
Well,
doesn't
he's probably
quite
good enough.
explode. However, he is shot hard, and it's bad enough that he drops to the ground. Because damned if that didn't hurt. Okay. Okay. Well, it's his turn to go, but mostly he's clutching at his shoulder right above where his heart would be and cursing a blue stream and trying to get back up. That oh, I know what he's going to do. 1 second, he can make a roll for this. So as he's trying to get back up, he goes to grab, probably for the lady, because she would be the most sympathetic of the 3 and not necessarily jerk away. But as he gets about halfway up, instead of just grabbing her to like steady himself while he pulls himself up, he pulls her in front of him.
Oh, rude.
That the initiative now is at Brad.
Oh, lovely.
Stick him to the floor.
You got something that can then repel him from the lady.
Yeah, but I don't want to hurt her too.
Yeah.
So like, is he standing at this point and holding her in front of him, or is he like pulled her down?
It's like about halfway between. He's not quite all the way up, and she's not all the way down. But he went from trying to like, I'm going to use you, and it kind of tugged her down a bit to get himself up, and he realized, shit, she's my shield, and is now like hugged onto her as he's still trying to stand. So it prevented him from standing fully, but he's pulled her to him because cover is good. An innocent cover is better.
All right. Do we have anything like a fence post, or I would prefer to avoid a lamp post because I don't really necessarily want light on where we're at. But thinking something that's still accessible to us on the ground, but just a little bit up high where I could draw him towards that.
High or low?
High.
And the dice says no. Mwahaha.
All right.
Now
Well,
the dice.
All right. Well, then it looks like I'm just gonna draw him to the. Unless is there anything else I can do here? Yeah, that's about the best that I got. Okay, yeah, I will pick a point somewhere kind of off in a way to try and pull some separation between them, but still close, and try to draw him to that point on the ground. And so I need to make a spell casting test on him first. Oh, well, I doubt that's going to do it. I only got a 5.
That's against his physical, right?
No, that's against his mystic.
Yeah, still no.
Yeah, then I need to reserve my karma, so I really can't push it.
The team scam marriage.
He's a troll. I'm not going to try and get into a wrestling match with him.
I mean, you could. It'd be funny for the rest of us. Probably not super useful,
Yeah.
but funny.
It's true, but he'd probably end up breaking his own arm rather than, the trolls.
That's posh.
Could give him a wallop.
Has he stood back up again?
Partially.
Yeah, I'll try and give him a wallop. And if I can reach, I will go for the area where he got shot, but he's probably a bit too tall for that.
Too tall and has the young troll woman in front of him. So, although
I could punch him in his kidneys.
you might put it on the backside.
You could do an attack to knock down, just to like push him back and away from the woman.
Oh, you've not seen August's strength, have you?
Well, I don't know what it is, so just throwing out options.
Step 5 is my strength step. Doubt I'm going to be able to push a troll over.
Unless
Most-
there's
Well, with an attack to knockdown, you make your attack test. So it's more about the skill and dex relation than it is strength. And then he just has to oppose that. It doesn't do any damage to him, but he has to oppose the attack roll to avoid being knocked down.
So it would just be an unarmed combat roll, would it?
Yes.
Or melee weapon if you have a.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, we'll give it a go. I'm not expecting great things, but we can give it a go. And you can't spend karma on optionals, can you?
Not on optionals, no.
Right. Yep. Oh no, 6.
Yeah, sorry, that's not going to do it.
Yeah.
Well, he just has to make an opposed strength test to the 6, to whatever the result is.
He got above a 6.
Mm-hmm.
He pretty wound. Thank you, forever. And I believe this counts as this. He has the -1 because of the taunt still, right?
Yep.
So with those, yes, no, he still beat it.
Morgana.
he doesn't like any of you. I mean, he didn't like you before, but now he should like you people.
It's all right. Feelings mutual.
I was gonna say, how many wounds did he take from the shot?
One. You can only take one wound from any one set of damage.
Oh,
100% the most misread rule in the step system.
Mhm.
Morgana will continue to taunt him by explaining to him in her most uppity voice how badly this is going to be going for him. In an attempt to get more of a penalty, hopefully more. Though that is probably just maintaining the taunt with an 11, so we'll keep the duration going but won't increase the penalty.
I appreciate not increasing the penalty.
Yeah. And then we'll strike him about the shoulder which attaches to the arm that he's grabbed the troll girl.
Okay. So you're trying to hit the arm that he's got hold of the girl.
Yes, yeah. But I try to step around him so I'm not striking past her. Because
Cold shot. Gotcha.
give me a moment, just checking my.
yay, Weymont.
Hooray!
Hey, yeah. Sorry I'm late. There was a lot going on today.
It's all good. Better late than never.
True that.
Welcome to chaos.
Yeah,
Well, Joel is rolling his cold shot.
yep. I was just applying the appropriate modifier to my melee weapon.
Weymont back with some wonderful research that you've done on words, especially what you now realize are not just fire but explosive words.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, super.
Fact, pieces his weapon note of some sort of steam carriage must have had an accident because there's some pieces still kind of in the road. But nothing to do with you, of course. But as you kind of look around, you notice on the side that it looks a lot like Morgana and August are fighting with a troll.
Andy, your audio's skipping a bit there.
Oh, no, that's not good.
No, that is not good.
No. So Weymont notices that there was a carriage accident. Carriage doesn't care. Keeps going. As he's about to head into the one neighborhood, off to the side, he notices what looks like Morgana and August are facing off with a troll who has grabbed onto some woman.
I see.
And here in a second, you're going to be rolling initiative with everybody else for the next round.
Okie dokie.
All right, Ghana.
Morgana at 12 to strike him.
You cut out. What was the number?
12.
Does taunt lower his physical defense?
It doesn't lower physical defense.
But the wound does.
No, wounds don't either.
Oh, then no, you don't do it.
Ooh, that's a.
He is actually not a slouch.
No.
The woman, however, screams and struggles and is just very confused. I'll just be honest. This is not how she saw any of this going. And new initiative round. You don't doubt that?
Trust me when I say that nobody saw how any of this was going. Myself included.
I'm pretty sure everyone that knows Rivers knew exactly what was going on.
Well,
Yeah.
Morgana did say, River, do your thing.
That lady
Oh,
thought
words to.
and obviously marriage material because he takes care of children.
No. I think she means takes care of children.
Uh-huh.
Waymont's
Well,
just very, but he has
right.
an.
Right, so I'm going to roll initiative.
Yes, you are.
What?
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. It's a D12. Where am I? What am I doing?
What are you
You're
wearing?
rolling for a.
5. I got 5.
Okay.
Is this a putting down my teacup only to see chaos happening situation?
Kinda.
Who am I? Oh no, that you said 5 too. All right. So, River,
Am I close enough to walk up and punch the guy?
you can the melee range. The assumption is that you shot from a ranged range, but you could take your turn and go up there.
And is there an aiming, or is that just a skill?
It's just a skill. It's the Eagle Eye skill, I believe.
And you could take your turn and go up there and use your aim as you're going up there.
Hang on, because Eagle Eye takes a turn to do some additional aiming stuff for it, so and then it would add a bonus. You could also do a called shot. That takes a -3 on your attack roll, but if you land the shot, then it goes exactly where you want it to.
So -3 off of my total.
Yes, yeah, you would take the -3 penalty to the roll, but then it goes exactly where you want it to. You can also, if you have Eagle Eye, you can combine the two so that you can use Eagle Eye to offset the called shot sort of thing.
Yeah, I don't have.
But Eagle Eye takes an extra turn, so.
Actually, just looked at Eagle Eyes are simple, so if not that it matters because River doesn't have it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to called shot his exposed shoulder. D8s hate you.
Yeah, made everyone use the stupid dice. Everybody.
Well, I mean, he's still
37.
undercover, so yeah, this is a hard one anyway.
Oh, 34 after the -3 for the called shot.
And the -3 is to the step, not just a -3 after.
Yeah.
Yeah, 37, so 34 after the.
No. 37 minus 3 is 34. It's a -3
Yeah.
to your step. If you're rolling a step 12, you're rolling a step 9.
Oh.
It's to the step, not to the total.
Okay. So, all right, I will reroll that then. because it goes down to D6s.
Maybe the 6s like me. I can wait. On some dice like the GM.
23.
Doesn't look like it.
27. 27.
Fine. That's raises.
How many raises?
Crumble.
How many raises was that?
2.
2. So the
I'm gonna set dragon on you when he comes home.
And the called shot does not affect your damage.
Nope.
only 13.
Okay.
Well, dang, he got off pretty easy if that was 2 raises with a rifle.
He did.
And I'll
To the
talk on
GM.
him.
By the way.
I will, if he's still standing, I will look at him. The next one's between your eyes. Let go. Give up.
Now, are you still kind of in your hidey hole, or are you fully out just gunning him down?
She would have probably set up for sniping position, so wouldn't have moved yet.
Okay, so you're still in partial cover, basically.
Yeah.
All right. Nice. I'll take that. Piece of candy.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Yeah, piece of candy. That is a 24 to river.
I have base 10 for physical or mystic.
So that's 2 raises.
How do you have 10 for Mystic?
Good perception.
I'm on 9.
Yeah, 17 perception would get you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a 19 perception.
How the heck did you get your stats that high with perception? Jeez.
My only real stats are dex and perception.
Okay. So you've been back. Okay, that makes more sense then.
Just for reference, I have an 11 in Mystic.
Yeah, but you're a mage. I'm a mage. My Mystic is 10, but defense is 10. And it's
Actually,
like, how is the non-mage have it that high?
If River has 19 perception, her mystic should be 11.
Oh.
So 16 points of damage. As his action was to shoot River probably in the shoulder.
Ouch.
I take a wound.
And he then points the gun at the troll woman. And yells something along the lines of, back your something or others off. Back the bloody dick off. There you go. And with that, we go to August.
How sore is he looking?
Oh, he has seen much better days. Much better days. He's probably looking pale from blood loss. Much better days. But, after being shot twice, and he does not feel like you guys are going to let him walk away from this, so it's a you or him, so he's got to give it his all because he doesn't really want it to be him that dies.
Okay.
Ah, I see. He has chosen death.
He has
I got-
chosen poorly.
I have something I can do if you want to hold. Up to you, though.
Well, I'm figuring we don't actually want to kill him at this point. We just need to, knock him unconscious and take his stuff, basically, so that we can actually get into the house. So I can either try and smack him or shoot him. But if I shoot him with my pistol, if he's that bad, it might, yeah. So, yeah, I will think about what I'm doing for the moment, I guess.
Honestly, August can do whatever he wants, and Brad can still do what he's going to do afterwards. I kind of doubt that, August is going to have the killing blow, but then the dice all hate me today, so who knows? But I'm sure you can do what you're going to do. And Nigel can still do what he's going to do.
I'll rabbit punch his kidneys then, I suppose. Because I could probably reach them. And if nothing else, it'll hurt. At 9. 87. Mm. 9 to hit.
Does not beat his defense.
No.
But
So
that
what you're
does
saying is I should pick on someone my own size, right?
Hey, as a short female, sometimes you hit the big ones anyways. They deserve it. No.
Oh yeah,
Shows your-
it's same in SCA combat. Yeah.
So, Brad, so Nigel and Morgana, who's going up first?
And Waymont's on 5. He didn't
And
put it in
Morgana's
the
on
chat.
5.
Oh,
And Morgana's on 5 as well, so
I was going to
so
say
I
it.
think
There's
slightly before.
oh, so it's Weymont and Morgana. I knew I had 2 on 5, and Morgana was one of them.
Yeah.
Weymont will regard Morgana. So, you want me to bind him?
That would be wonderful. Morgana's going to attack to knock down the troll girl so that she basically knock her onto the floor so she's out of his line of fire. And I'm pretty sure he won't be expecting that.
Okay, Weymont will start to weave a spell to bind the man to the floor. So he ain't going anywhere, basically. Just let me know who you'd like to resolve first.
What's your dex?
My dex is 16.
You go first by the rules.
Alright.
There you go.
So, spellcraft check. Mm-hmm. 2d10. I really ought this. I'll tag it though.
It's 1 tag per scene, isn't it?
It is.
Excellent.
Oh, well, I'm gonna tag that. Tag that right now. There we go. Because I have at least tried.
The GM does have the option to give you like extra tags if you do something particularly impressive.
From now on, it's going to tag that. I'm going to tag that real hard. Like, it's just going to become a horrible bad joke. Yeah, you tag that, babe.
17 on the spellcraft check.
See? Tag that so good. Like, look. It works.
Yeah.
What's his? Does that beat his mystic defense?
I believe so, by about 5.
Okay.
So you get
In
a
that
raise.
case, I do get a raise of one raise. So that would go on to the effect check, which is... What is the default effect? It's will plus rank, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Ability set for that spell, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'll just copy paste that in there so I know for future. I will be having silver chains wrap around this dude, basically. So,
It's
yes.
will. It's will plus 4 for bind is its thing,
Will
rather
plus
than having a
4.
rank.
Okay.
Rank. So
Will plus 4. So that is
with a plus.
Would be a plus
Plus
2
what?
with your raise.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
So that'd be 9, 13. 13 would be D12 and D10. That is 12. No, wait, 14. My bad. Math.
So he has to have a 14 to get out of it. Gotcha.
Mhm.
And Morgana?
I'll be attacking to knock down the troll girl so that she clap because he's grabbed her. He's pointing a gun at her, and so she'll be on the floor and his gun will be pointing in the air.
Basically, it's more of a prying her off of him, away from him.
Right.
Gotcha. Because you're not actually trying to hurt her. You're more
Yeah,
or less parted from
I
him.
was. Yeah, basically using a knockdown attack because that's my best way of doing it.
I like it. I'm pro this. This is a good plan.
Just knock her legs out. She's not expecting it. He's hopefully not expecting it. The dice are happy
It won't
about
really
it.
do any damage to her, so.
Always
26. I said difficulty to remain standing.
one is more than enough to knock her down out of his arms and away from him, or at least down at his feet instead of guarding him. Because that does work. So, like, if someone grabs you, they're expecting you to pull away. If you go towards them, it tends to break the hold. The same with this. If they think that they're dragging you someplace, and all of a sudden you dead on them, it's going to break the hold. Especially that good at taking it from them. So, good job.
And I will continue to point out the error of his ways and his general idiocy. So he's still on -1 to his social defense from my previous taunting. I'm going to try and get that higher. 8, 14, 18 versus his social defense.
Yeah, that's going to and get a couple of raises. Damn it.
So it's for total number of successes, so 1 plus number of raises as his penalty.
What?
To that and social defense. Yeah, taunt's awesome.
Damn it, stop taunting my guy.
Well,
all right.
Stop being an unpleasant person and I'll be polite to him. That's my rules.
All right. So what exactly is your taunt? What are you saying to this poor man?
I'm pointing out how stupid he is and how badly this is all going to go for him. And that he's just making terrible life decisions. Morgana is in full-on rant mode.
Start like a union for all the characters who are and they unionize and you are in trouble.
That would count as a group pattern, right?
Have you been taunted by an aristocrat? You may be entitled to compensation.
And yes, it would be like get extra powers to defeat you guys. Its intent started because Morgana taunted someone too much.
I think I better stop or she will taunt him a second time.
This is at least the third time, my friends, and I'm not switching to French because you've got to be able to understand the taunts.
So what are you doing, Nigel? The girl has been knocked loose, free of him. He seems to be probably bound because you've seen Weymont do this before.
Yep. No, I'm familiar with the situation. He's just still got a hold of the gun, so I'm gonna take that away from him, and I will draw that to my open hand.
Roll bad. I'll take my guy's gun. He's very outnumbered right now.
Yeah, but he's a troll.
But you see,
No, which is why
troll-sized
he's
gun.
been able to up even though he's been shot and hit 60 points of damage.
Just think of it. It's a troll-sized gun. It's going to make Nigel look like a kid playing with his dad's gun. It'll be hilarious.
Aww.
You guys are bullies. That's
Well, I only had since I'm specifically targeting the gun, it shouldn't have been that bad. But I got a 33. My D8s again do not like you.
you put those dice in Dice Joe right now, mister. There's no way that he can beat that. I mean, I can.
Well,
I will.
well, that's just that was the spell casting, but then I would have the effect. But I kind of doubt that he's going to be able to withstand that. Do you want to bother with rolling the dice on that?
Yeah, I don't feel like that he's going to be able to beat that.
Okay.
I think.
then yeah, I will. So
But
basically I just do the force thing where I hold up my hand and pull the gun from him.
Right? Which look
He
cool,
chose.
but killed a
He
Planet
chose badly.
I will take once I grab the gun, I will hand it over to River. Here, add this to your collection.
What is wrong with you people?
What kind of gun would that be?
It's a heavy pistol. It's a
Heavy
very
pistol.
long. So think something like a 50 cal or a 45, something in that range. It is a. It is a. 44 Magnum. Heavy caliber pistol. Which again, I don't know why we're giving River more guns. Awesome and great. The head of the bad guys, think you guys are bullies. That's what I think.
Look,
I do believe
we only bully people who do terrible things to children. It's just the thing.
the woman is on the ground. Her butt's smart. She's not really injured, but I mean, she hit the ground pretty hard on her tush, and she just starts crying. None of this on any way that she thought this was going.
Honestly, Morgana feels bad about that bit. Sorry.
Yeah, oh, I'm sure. But you know what? She really should not be in a relationship with that dude. She needed help before it got anywhere, anyways. But we are initiative. Not that I think, but just in case he can strength out. Put him up. And I'll go look. All right. Got a 9, 5, a 4. Six, 9, 6, 5, 4. Think I'm just waiting on Chris. Sorry, Weymont.
What's up?
Initiative.
Right. Let me bitch out that D20 again. Bad D20. Bad. I got 1.
How the hell do you have a D20 for initiative?
Sorry, D12.
Okay.
And you got a 1?
I did, yeah.
I'd like to say that he goes first, but he does not. River, you have the initiative.
I look at him. Do you surrender, or am I putting a bullet between your eyes? And I will hold my action to see what he does. If he does anything but surrender, he's getting shot.
Let's see. Weymont, I have to pass a 16 strength to get loose, right?
You do.
At like whatever the penalties were to actions because of the taunts.
I believe he's at
And
like a -4
and
now
and
because of
the 2 wounds.
It's three from the taunts, I think.
I think
Because
the
they don't
bind
stack.
also. I think the bind also gives him some penalties.
Oh, screw it. He gives up. He's not going to get out of it. So he basically just says something along the lines of not nicely, and there's some curse words that a certain someone wants me not to say, but it translates very easily to he'd like a lawyer.
Well, we'd like a lot of things, but we don't always get what we want.
It won't help.
But you'll get what you need.
Sometimes.
If the gentleman would be kind enough to restrain the troll, Morgana will comfort the troll lady. You know, apologize, make sure she's okay.
Yeah. She
Men, aren't they all?
wounded pride and
What?
Well, some men, okay?
Oh, this has been very nice during their sham marriage. Thank you very much.
but he's so good with children. He takes care of children.
It'll all come out in the papers. I'm sure he is not what you think he is. A 12 on a first impression on her.
Oh, that's good. She starts crying about he held a gun to her head, which, I mean, that's scary. But she'll easily let you kind of lead her off and away from the dude.
Excellent. I will
While that's going on, I'm going to see if I can nick the talisman out from his pocket where we were told it was kept.
Do a perception, please.
Awareness or just straight perception?
I think straight perception for this.
Okay. Nine.
When you go to get it, you just have this feeling that because you have to get close to go take it out of the pocket. Under his shirt is some sort of necklace, talisman, and it kind of calls to you a little. Like you can feel like, oh, maybe some magic coming from it.
And this is separate from the talisman for the wards.
Yes, it is.
All right. Well, I don't want to take it off of him, but let's pull it out and see what it is.
Weymont will approach.
Gonna need some of that magic.
Sorry?
Magical theory.
Mm-hmm. This is why Weymont is going to approach. He'll have a look at the amulet. So he's not going to touch it. At least not yet. Magical theory. Idiot.
Sorry, what'd you have?
Well, I've got 2d8. I'm just rolling them now.
Oh, no. Okay. Thought you gave a number. Sorry.
No. Okay. Right, that's 16.
So, from what you can tell, that seems to be some sort of talisman that would increase someone's mystical defense. But it's tied to him. You have to attune to it. You're pretty sure you can be taken and unattuned and attuned to somebody else, but whoever has it has to attune to it.
Well, taking that off him.
Right.
Yoink.
Should increase your defense against spells. Mystical defense, you know? But you would need to attune to it. So I'll need to unattune this.
He glares at you.
Well, I'm assuming it'll be unattuned when he's hanged.
Yes, that would actually cause that to unattune, yes. I'm sure there are ways to do it before then, but yes, that would also do that.
And so, I am saying that out loud to the guy while I'm like right in front of him.
Telling you, Guild of Calamitous.
Yes, but that could take a little while, so I'll take a look at it just now, if that's all right.
All right. So Weymont is looking at how to unattune the amulet. Nigel has the token that will get someone past the runes. What you guys doing?
Well, we need to get him off of the street.
Probably, yes.
We need to contact our friendly police officers, who we had warned we were continuing the operation in the area.
Yeah, so we can...
Friendly neighborhood police officers, also known as bobbies.
Oh, yes. Peelers. We're close enough to that. I like peelers. Bow Street runners.
Well, let's... I don't know that we really need more information off of this guy. And I don't know that we're going to get much more anyway, but if anybody wants to make the attempt, feel free. Otherwise, I say we give him a wallop and we can drag his body with.
I honestly think we have all the information we need from the person who who fed us information.
How many are in the house?
And where do you keep the extra talisman? August won't, of course, be asking it in that voice, but you know.
He pretty much just asks for his lawyer.
That's nice for you.
Where do you think you are? The States?
We have solicitors here. Where do you think the states get their ideas of how laws are made?
Yeah, I believe the right to due process representation is the sort of thing set down in the Magna Carta, so he is technically correct.
Yeah, but Miranda rights weren't introduced until 1966, so he's way out of time. He's almost 100 years too early. He ain't got crap to back him here.
Oh, wait. You can beat the information out, and police used to do that because no Miranda rights. However, that doesn't stop them from saying they want an attorney. We're
Yeah.
not
He can say he wants an attorney, but that doesn't mean he's got any reason where he's going to get it.
No. No one says he has the right to. He just says he wants an attorney. The state.
Did we catch him on his way to the market or on his way back?
You caught him
On the way.
Oh, okay. I was just going to say, if we caught him on the way back, I was going to steal his groceries. Just to add insult to injury.
I've already been insulting him. I used taunt quite a lot. I think it was mentioned.
Y'all are mean. That's what I have to say. Mean. However, he has nothing to say to you people.
Oh, that's fine. River, would you care to do the honors of knocking him out?
Okay.
Spend several minutes kicking him in the face. He is a troll after all.
Well, she's got his gun now. She can just pistol whip him with that.
Honestly, the back thing of the rifle's better than pistol whipping. Pistol whipping is such a silly idea. Handguns were not meant for that.
I'm not talking about anything with efficiency, just the indignity of being knocked out with his own weapon.
You all have. All right, River, what are you doing?
I like where they're coming from. Yeah, pistol whip him with his own gun.
All right. He dodged, so that.
Yes, only he can go anywhere.
Basically, this is kind of edge because, in truth, he can't go nowhere, and if it doesn't work the first time, you can just hit him again because he can't go nowhere.
This poor man.
What?
Whose side are you on?
I mean, justice?
Child murderer?
That's why we're knocking him out, and I'm going to go and get the police in a minute.
Confusion on the poor man's face to all of this.
Yes.
I do need practice to get physician, right?
Oh my god.
Wait. Try River.
Yeah, I will just smack him with his pistol.
Right.
Gets tags on melee weapon.
Stop, he's already unconscious.
Alright, we're just gonna
I didn't think this was that kind of party.
go to get a police officer. Or call the police to pick him up.
Yes. I'm going to go and find contact our friendly police officers and let them know that we have a miscreant for them.
Another one from the plot.
Resident Bobby, his name's Robert.
Funny you should mention that. That's why my policeman in another game goes by his middle name of Henry.
Dang it, Bobby.
Well, he is, in his parents' defense, one of the first second-generation police officers. Because Robert Peel set up the Peelers, the Bow Street Runners, in the 1830s. Which became the Metropolitan Police by now, just about.
Yeah, that checks out. Mm-hmm.
It's not a real 1879 session if I haven't looked on Wikipedia about something.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
that's.
All right, so the police will happily come and get him, and they want to know if you need help with whatever you're doing next.
I think we're going to try and do this quietly.
Possibly having some people in the area to, once we've dealt with what's in the house and can get people out, to help deal with the general mess up. Because it's likely to be, we're expected to be freeing a bunch of kidnapped children and other things. So them being in the area just seems practical.
If we can set up a perimeter just to make sure nobody gets loose.
Mm-hmm.
Does River need a given River took quite a nasty shot there, does she need a healing potion?
An actual healing potion, yeah, would probably be a good idea.
Do you mind if
At
I
some point,
try a physician at you as well? Nothing else that lets me tag it.
Physician lets me ignore the wound, or would it treat the wound?
I can let you ignore the wound penalties.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, let's make the roll
as
here.
I said, River can have a healing potion if she wants one.
Oh yes, I did magical theatre again. That's 5 tags is up to now.
If you've got the spare legend points for it, you can just put it up, or if you've got enough tags. Adventure points, not legend points. That'd be an entirely different system.
5, but it does go against the table in here for physician, which I think might actually work.
I'd have to check.
Let me get it.
Putting up clears out all the tags, doesn't it?
It does, yes.
Well, is it rank 2? I could probably put it to rank 3. Depending on the...
Okay,
cost.
yes, injuring wounds is a target number 5. I did make that, so yes, you can ignore the wound penalties when you're doing your recovery.
You make a fine doc.
Well, I
And,
just barely passed the test, so still learning there.
Hey, look, you passed the test. That's all that matters.
Yeah, right.
You gave her the right whiskey.
Pretty much.
Laudanum.
Yes, if it was necessary, and possibly even if it wasn't necessary to help the young troll lady calm down, Morgana would have bought her a large drink. And probably bought one for herself, too. Because I think she came out of a pub or something.
She came out of the house.
Yes, I thought she came out of a house.
All right. I think my brain said public house.
No, she came out of a house.
Well, she should probably get inside, too, because she's probably got blood on her from this guy.
Oh, yes, this has been, in one respect, absolutely terrifying. In another respect, boy, does she have some good story gossip to tell. This will be infamous in her life for at least the next couple of years until she finds someone and gets married.
Hopefully her taste in men will improve.
Hopefully.
Well, it's not her fault she was deceived by this guy.
Who she thought took care of children. Like, that sounds marriage stuff. Kinda, yeah. But yes, let's hope the next time it's not, a child trafficking monster. Crazy talk, but, All right. So you have basically about 10, no, more than that. Probably about 16 officers kind of surrounding the area. And they've got 2 different stage steam coaches to haul off
paddy wagons.
Black Mariahs.
There you go. To haul off bad people and or children. Now, they want to know if you want anybody helping go into the house.
Wouldn't that be a good idea?
I think it's going to be best if we do this as quiet as possible.
So you have the extra people on your side good. Crowded inside the building could make them bad.
Complicated to get people in and out given we've only got one charm. Also
Another
problematic.
thing.
Yes.
Goes in type of thing.
The most dangerous person is the person who goes in first.
Actually, we
sorry.
don't know where the other ones are. We do know the rats can get in there. They don't have enough presence to set off the wards. River, you think you could ask one of the rats to see if they can tell you where more of the talismans are now that we have one to show them?
And somebody might want to catch Weymont up.
Yes.
I had messaged Chris on that information earlier, so I'm sure we can keep him up to speed here.
One character,
Well-
while you're talking to that, the other ones could be telling him, okay, so this is what you missed.
Yep.
I got it.
All right, so River, are you going to try to talk to the rats?
Yep, I'll try talking to the rats.
You know, it occurs to me that we still don't actually know if River actually can talk to rats or if she's just been pretending this whole time. we have
She
no way to
said
verify
yes.
that.
No. She can definitely talk to rats. It's whether she can understand what they say back and they can understand what she says. That's up
I
for
mean,
debate.
yes, that is
Anyway.
what I meant.
18 to talk to him.
Okay, and you have them to show. And now the question is whether or not they've seen him. This is what I get for wandering away from my dice for a second. He says which ones? The ones on them? Or the ones that aren't on them?
I would say the ones that aren't on them, because that should be what they take off to keep them trapped.
They're putting charms on them to keep them under control, aren't they?
Depending on how big these things are, couldn't you just ask the rats to go and get them?
River, what do you say to the rat?
The ones that aren't on them. But do you think you could bring one or two out?
No. They're upstairs. We don't go upstairs.
Okay.
Nigel, dear chap.
Yes?
That metal thing you put up between River and the gentleman at the she was resting outside of the steam coach. How big of those can you make, and can it move with you? Or someone?
Basically enough to cover a person's body, and yes, it should follow the person.
That might be a very sensible thing to put on whoever goes in first.
You mean in case the building explodes?
There is a bit of a
In case
glow
someone
to it,
shoots at
though.
them.
I don't know if we want the glow showing up
Honestly,
right away.
I think this is going to turn into unsubtle fairly quickly. They're going to know something's up when they don't recognize us, so...
I was hoping we might be able to get the children out without being seen.
It's possible.
We know they're behind the windows. My thought was if we could somehow get through the windows and get them out from there.
They're behind the very small windows to the basement level.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If we could somehow get to the basement and get them out through the windows, just to get the children out, and then we can deal with putting paid to the rest of them.
I can go in through a window first. Or even the coal chute. hand off the charm to one of the children, pass them out through the window.
The coal chute would probably be the stealthiest approach.
And
was
we
gonna-
have seen so far that River is possibly the best with children.
Those windows are not notorious for being openable types of windows. You'd have to probably bust the window, which
Somehow.
would be, yeah.
So
Loud.
in and out through the coal chute.
Yeah, River should be able to fit in that.
On account of her being tiny.
River's going to go through the coal chute. Well, I mean, I figure August could probably go down there too. Whichever one, River, August, Morgana. I mean,
Fine.
Nigel doesn't overly big. He could probably shimmy through. I mean, whoever you want.
We are a very slimline party.
Yeah.
Hmm.
None of you have giant troll horns that are just going to be like, no, dude, those don't fit. This isn't about grace. They just don't fit. So, whoever you want, one of you is going in, and then you're going to try to pass the children out. Got it?
Yeah, if we can get the children out the way we came, that would be fantastic.
Very stealthy.
All right. So, River, are you going in?
Yeah, I can go in.
So the first part of this is really easy. You can totally fit through the coal chute. And you're in what looks like a furnace room. And there's one door that goes outside of the furnace room. Or into it, depending on how you want to look.
Congratulations, you now live in the walls.
It's not quite. You're in a tiny room. I mean,
How
there's
much?
some.
How much room for us is there? Like, how many can we get down into that room?
Oh, probably if you guys are okay with being in very close quarters, at least 4, possibly all 5 of you, but you'll be very cramped in there. Like the walls are not quite on top of the furnace because that's like a major fire hazard, but it is not a huge room. There's a bunch of coal in the furnace, so you could, because you guys are not huge, you could get 4 or 5 of you. You could probably get all of you down there, but you're tight in there. What do you guys want to do?
Let's try to get like 3 of us down there just before we try and pop open a door. In case, there's a baddie behind it.
So who's it going to be?
Oh, that would be the next point of discussion.
Yes. Yes, it would.
At least one of the mages. So we can keep an eye on the wards.
Weymont, did you have Dispel yet?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so really either of us could, because if we need to break an enchantment, that's what we would need.
Although mine's only at rank 2. What's yours at?
Let me get to that. Mine's at rank 2 as well.
Alright then. Yeah, either of us.
Why don't I go ahead and go in just because of building stuff? Engineering might help with that.
Building stuff. Gotcha.
So I'll go down with River, and then who do we want coming in with us?
How exactly... What do you want the rest of us to do, is the question.
Mainly be ready to help guard the children as we get them out.
Okay, so no fire and ash, got it.
And watch and make sure nobody's, poking around outside. And if they are, deal with them quietly.
Quietly. Got it.
I suppose the question is, do you want Morgana's melee skills inside or her diplomacy outside?
I don't know that diplomacy is going to do us a whole lot at this point. If they see us inside there, it's going to get to a fight.
Yeah.
You use
Morgana's
diplomacy in a
reasonably
fight.
handy. Morgana's reasonably handy with the sword as well, so you know.
Well, it's between you and August, so flip a coin.
I vote August.
Sure.
So I am imagining this as River goes in, makes a stealth roll doing so she doesn't like fall or anything klutzy. Then kind of props the thing open so she can toss the amulet, key, whatever you want to call it, back out. Then Nigel or whoever goes in and they toss it back out. Then the third person comes in, and I'm going to make the suggestion that they toss it back out as a sort of, in case of emergency, one of you can get in, or both of you, but it will take a couple turns.
And we can always then throw it back down when they arrive and need to pass people back up. Yeah, that works.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Help you guys, because according to you guys, you don't need my help. But I might recommend that. You know, in case of emergency backup. So, we ready?
Yeah.
I think
Yep.
so.
I got a 9 on my dex to quietly slip in.
Okay. You prop up the chute and you throw the amulet back out. Who's going in next?
I'll go in.
What's your step?
Let me see here. Hang on, that one was cocked. 8.
8. Okay. You're in. You throw it back out.
Yep.
Nick.
I guess it's my turn then, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, Mr. August.
Sorry, what was I rolling?
Stealth. Or dexterity if you stealthy stride.
Oh, that would be Dex then.
Sneaky mode.
Sneaky mode, so that if somebody happens to be nearby, they don't necessarily hear you right away.
Oh, thank you, D12. 11.
Okay. All of you are now, the 3 of you. And then August, you throw it back out?
Mm-hmm.
So that in case of emergency, they have an option. All right. The 3 of you are in this tiny room. What do you do?
Carefully open the.
Is there like a keyhole we can peep out of or anything like that to try and spot ahead before we crack open the door?
Nope, it's not that fancy of a door. It's just a wood door. Doesn't even have a.
Yeah, it's a coal chute.
Or knot holes or cracks or anything like that in it?
You could try to peek under the door. I doubt it's sealed well enough that you couldn't peek under the door.
I'm going to have a listen.
Listen would be a
just to throw an awareness or whatever we can here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to have a listen. D28. What's the D6? Because I have karma.
I only got a 7, so not much. I can
And
probably
remember,
see shadows under the door, and that's about it.
Trying so hard. Sorry, what was your roll, Brent?
Mine was 7.
A 7. You
I
definitely
got a
see
12.
footprints and things. 12. You can actually hear things like, "Hurry it up. We got to get more done before you can quit for the night. And I want you to quit for the night because I'm tired of watching you little something or others."
How many
It's-
adult voices can I hear?
You just heard the one.
He
But
will
you did,
very quietly.
and it
Go on.
wasn't it wasn't necessarily overly, it wasn't yelled, it wasn't harsh necessarily. It's like this, it's the standard order of business. Hurry up. I'm tired. I'm tired of watching you. Get done.
Okay, so Morgana,
He
I'm
will
probably
very.
going to have to dive in there at the earliest opportunity.
He will say very quietly to the other two that are in the room with him, "I can hear one person trying to hurry them along before he goes home, but I can't hear anybody else."
All right, should we risk a peek through the door?
Probably should.
All right, well, I would say whoever's got the best awareness, go up front to peek through the door, and everybody, the other two, be ready behind.
Mine's at step 11.
Mine as well.
Step 10 for me.
All right, August, why don't you take the peek through the door, so that way I can be ready behind with spells.
And I'll be ready to
Works.
rush and punch the guy.
Shoot someone. Yeah.
Don't, no,
Okay,
no.
cool.
Trying to be quiet. Gunfire we don't want right now.
Quiet. Have you
No,
guys
no,
ever
just-
even heard a gun with a suppressor? It still makes noise. The suppressor does
Punchy,
not make it.
punchy, not shooty, shooty.
The silencer.
I'm so used to River shooting people, you know?
I mean, that
River's
does
so
seem to
used
be
to
what,
River shooting people.
if she wants to shoot people and make a bunch of noise, you just go and you do you, girl.
You can shoot them once we have the kids. After that, all bets are off.
I'm not trying to hinder your love of the gun. See, I'm nice.
And it's a directionalized
13 of an
chaos.
awareness.
I have it
Oh, no.
on combat. I should be all right.
All right, so who's cracking the door open to peek? See.
That would be me, and that would be a 13 on the roll. I think it was. So that
No.
was 12.
So you
No, it's
crack
13.
just a little bit, and you can see a bunch of kids moving around, moving what looks like chemistry powder project, whatever they're doing, which you already have an idea of what they're doing. You can see what looks like some bunk beds haphazard and maybe some bedding on the floor. You see several children moving around back and forth. Within a few seconds, you easily count at least 6 different children. You're pretty sure there's some that you just haven't seen in view yet. And you see one guy, and he has a gun in very clear, obvious view. So lots of tables, not really any chairs, lots of whatever they're making, which you already know. Some bedding, a bunch of children, and at least one guy with a gun. Hi,
You also
Mr.
had...
Lay
Yeah,
down.
gun.
Thank you, sir. Come
Tie a
here. hug.
bandana around my nose and mouth.
Oh, come on. You don't want to breathe some of this in?
Nope.
No fun. No fun. I'm not.
I'm sorry, Andy. Can you repeat that? The description of what I saw as I cracked open the door, because my
So-
headphones decided to disconnect.
I'm sorry. several tables. You count at least 6 distinctive different children moving around. What looks
Okay.
like some chemistry powder, but you already knew what they were doing. You see some haphazardish bunk beds and some bedding on the floor against the wall. And you see at least one adult orc with a gun.
Okay.
Male. Orc male with a gun. So you're pretty sure there are more than 6 children. But 6 is what you could spy in that quick little,
Yeah.
I wonder, if you were to expose cocaine to fire, would it cause an explosion like flour?
Probably.
I will be honest, I've never had cocaine, so I've never tested putting it in fire. So I do not know. We could probably Google that.
Isn't that what this
Yeah.
is? And also, don't Google that. You'll probably get put on a list.
Fine.
But
I'm
Okay.
already on so many lists from all the stuff I have to look up for this game.
Given it's carbon-based powder, it probably is flammable in the same way flour is.
Yes. I would
but
suggest
you
it
would have
was.
to have a large
Machine.
particulate
Yeah,
throughout the area for it to do what you're wanting it to.
I don't think we want it to do that.
No, we don't want it to do
No.
that. It was just a curiosity there, just in case anybody decided to use any fire of any kind in that room.
Does cocaine burn like flour? And I got the first 5, 6 were, how does cocaine smell? How does cocaine taste like? I don't want to know how. So now I just said, does cocaine burn? And it says help is available. Suicide and crisis. If
Yes.
it burns,
Yeah.
We're also just guessing that it's cocaine. We don't know that for sure.
Well,
It's
whatever it
opium.
is.
It's
It's
opium. I
opium.
think.
Yes, it does burn.
for the safer use of cocaine and crack. What the fuck? And that's from New York government. No, just want to know if it burns.
Yes, it does burn. If
Oh dear.
I'd like to question New York City's ideas on good plans. How to use cocaine and crack? What? I think we should have government sites for them. We need to tell them how to do it. How about this? Do it. It's bad. Stupid. It's addictive. That should be, Okay, never mind. Finding the information on the interwebs did not help.
okay.
However, River has bandana over her nose and mouth, to which I said, "Oh, but do you really want to do that?" And she said, "Yes." I feel like mayhaps the powdery substance might fly in the air is what River is afraid of.
Yeah, probably
Look, I
not a
gotta
bad thought.
I gotta keep a clear head if I'm to use my skills.
Look, River's chaotic enough. We don't need a River on crack.
So needs to keep a clear head. All right, good luck with this. We'll see how that goes.
Okay.
Anybody else doing anything before you all open the door, I guess? Or do you have a plan so that you're not opening the door? What are you doing?
All right, can we all see through the crack in the door to spot the guy?
Not all at one time. August looked. If somebody else wants to
Okay.
go and they can.
Yeah, I'll step back if people want to have a look out themselves.
Well, as long as he hasn't noticed us,
Nope. August was pretty stealthy, so nobody noticed yet.
I could try to pull his gun towards us, at least disarm him. As long as I can spot him to target. That wouldn't disable him, so we'd have to move quick to keep him silenced.
Might confuse him enough.
Yeah.
River, if I pull his gun, you think he can get in there quick enough to slug him?
At least, yeah, I could probably slug him once, or grab him up and shove a fist in his mouth.
Oh my god. Okay. So somebody needs to
Let's-
chill out.
Initiative to see who goes in. And those of you on the top side, Weymont and Morgana, you guys put into the initiative in case. But remember, you have one and so one of you would have to go in and then throw it back up for the other one to go in, which means it's going to take you guys a couple of rounds to get down there.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I got an 11.
I got a 5.
I'm sorry, I'm just amused by Chris going, 11!
Yes. Yes, I know.
I know.
11 is Weymont. And who had the 5?
Morgana.
Morgana.
Oh, sorry. Oh. There we go.
Weymont, you go first. But I have a feeling that unless you have a better plan, yours is to hold your action.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna wait.
All right. Then would be Lady Titania.
I will
you also-
wait. I will wait for the gun to fly out of the guy's hand and then rush in and try to.
Which puts us at night.
I thought, were we waiting on something? The sound had cut out there.
Everybody's holding their action. So we're at Nigel.
Okay. Sorry. I didn't hear you say me. Alrighty, I will make the roll to target his gun here and try to. We'll do the same thing and just try to, as I did with the other guy, and try and pull it away from him.
Okay.
Well, that's not good. Let's. Hang on. Good, I had to bust out the karma to save it. 13.
Okay, and that just basically, does it go against his strength?
Well, that's the spell. That's to target the spell defense of the gun to at least get the spell off. That's not the effect yet.
What is a gun spell defense? 3,
And
4?
it's probably neutral is like 5 or 6.
We'll say it's a 5. It's handgun.
Okay, so then I got 1 extra success then.
Yes.
Okay, and then I roll the spell effect, and then that would go against his strength to try and like hold on to it. So that's going to be rank plus will plus 2. That's a 23.
Oof.
Nice.
That one was the D10, not the D8. You liked the D8s on the spellcasting roll because they both down-ended until I threw the karma to save it.
I have curse words for you, Brad, but I'm not supposed to use them. And I've been very good this.
Hey, I had 2 1s on the D8s until I threw karma.
Yeah, well, I would have been happy with the 2 1s. I would have been great with you botching. It would have been fine. Nothing too terrible would have happened. However, with the 23, you have pulled his gun away from him. He didn't even, like, because he had a held action. His held action was to try to grab and hold on to his gun, which he failed at. But he does go, Eddie, shoot the closet. Now I need to know, Miss River, what your dex is. And probably held action for Weymont, what your dex is. Because that's
18.
going to determine who goes first. 18?
My dex is 16.
Wow. Okay, so this is okay. River, you go, then Eddie. Then if Weymont wants to use his held action, he can jump in. So River, you're first.
All right. Gonna go and punch the orc that we knew about. $24.
That will hit. With 2 successes.
Would bring me up to 7, so a D12 for damage. Oh, River got good at punching. 27.
Nice.
All right.
Step forward and assert yourself.
Yes. However, turn.
So there's a, because the orcs have tusks, right? Or is it snark?
Snark.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, tusk. Just like pop a tusk off.
Only because that's gross and I don't want to think about it.
Huh?
Only because that's gross and I don't want to think about it. So there. Teeth set me out. Teeth wigs me out. All the little
Okay.
kids who want to wiggly teeth. It just ew, I don't want to see their wiggly teeth. Right? I want to see that. Stop wiggling it at me. So if you want to think about it in your own little head, you can, but no. Okay. Poor Nigel and poor August. What's your physical defense?
9.
2 shotgun blasts just went into that closet, of which, when River ran out, the door is very open.
Sorry.
Where's mine? Mine's
Yeah,
an
it's
8.
fine.
So that
Do I get a chance to avoid blow?
you can try, but since shotguns are area effects, I'm not sure how well that works.
Oh, yeah.
Hi.
Fair point.
Sorry, what'd you get?
Oh, I didn't bother. I'd forgotten that.
So you can still try. I will let you try. It doesn't hurt anything to roll the dice. Maybe you'll roll like River and get a 37.
2d6.
Yeah, 2d6 is going to be really hard to get that 37, but it could happen. And technically only 37. But.
So I got 16, so I got close-ish.
You did. But I don't think that counts.
No.
I have 2 raises and a shotgun. Mwahaha. I pulled out my NPC my PC killing dice. That is a 21 for damage. Shotguns with raises. By the way, up there with Mr. Weymont, you hear some sort of muffled shouting. You may not be able to make the part out, but you definitely hear the 2 blasts, and they're loud. So that's some sort of big gun. I don't know how much Weymont knows about guns, but that sounded big.
Weymont has fired a gun before.
Yes, this is a shotgun. They sound very different. I don't know that you've ever been around the different, but like I can tell you the difference between a 22 and a 9mm and a 45 just by how they sound.
Yep, I cannot
And
do that.
different. Yeah, see, but I spend a lot of time on a range, so but for what you guys hear, you hear a big booms, like bigger than, because you've been around river, and that sounded bigger than river booms.
Right. Weymont will turn for now. Yeah, I think we gotta get in there now.
Yes.
Who's diving in? Well, actually, either Weymont dives in and throws the thing back up, or you're waiting for her and then you're gonna go after her. Whichever way you want to go. Because it's not quite Morgana's turn, but it is Waymont's. Waymont has the ability to use his saved action.
Well, I think Weymont is gonna have to well, he's got the token, right, for us to get in. The medallion, charm.
No, I passed
Thing.
it back up.
Right. Okay.
Back up so in case of emergency, and it would take one at a time, but you could go down and then throw it back up.
Well, if I want to take Morgana with me, right, I'll basically what I'll do is I'll rush in through the door and throw the medallion behind me through it.
After you get in?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'll let you do that because you're not trying to stealth at this point.
Yeah, stealth ain't happening. That's it.
All right, so that's all the held actions, which means Morgana.
We'll catch the talisman and then go down the chute after Weymont.
So we go.
All right. Now, see, a wound would affect. Wound, but I thought a wound affected pretty much every test.
It does, but the knockdown takes place as part of the wound affecting you, so the wound hasn't kicked in yet.
Oh, okay. For personal knockdown, knocking down somebody else. So I was thinking that August was worrying about knocking down somebody else. My bad. Okay, I misunderstood.
Oh, this is me.
This is what you fall down. Gotcha.
Does August land on his bum? Yes, yes, he does.
But I'm gonna assume it hurts.
Yeah, it does. 21 damage.
Yeah. Well, he did have 2 raises. Eddie is good at something. This is what Eddie is good.
Don't forget, if you have physical armor, that does reduced.
It does.
Oh, sorry. What? No physical armor.
Right.
Do I look like I can afford armor?
You actually paid well. You might think about buying some.
Yeah, it's
like
£2
you know,
now.
after you
It's
get
just,
shot,
it's
your
the
next
first time I've been shot. In my defense.
is for shop. You could make it an ad, see if you can get them off. All right. So when you 2 get down, August is on the floor, obviously very injured. Did Nigel go?
Wound.
Nigel, go down too? Did Nigel go down too?
You can only target one of us. So who did you shoot?
All area. I don't care. Well, see, now an area effect's going to hit more than one person.
Yeah, but the shotguns don't count as area effect in this game.
What? Who is in charge of your gun stuff? That is not how shotguns work. Okay, but he did get 2 shots because he has 2 shots. So
he can take a second shot. Yeah. But
Maybe a slug shot.
But does he have the appropriate skills to do so?
yes, Eddie's good at one thing. This is what Eddie's good at.
Well, then he's significantly higher rank than us, because you don't get those until you're like journeyman stuff.
Eddie's good at one thing, and this is what Eddie's good at.
Currently shooting elves, so you should be all right.
We will just go with, for this round, he shot August and only August. So when you 2 come down, August is hit and on the ground, and River is not there, and the door's flung open. There are kids screaming and scrambling underneath the tables.
That's about right.
So that is everybody's action, correct?
Wow,
And
the concern coming off Weymont. Oof.
So technically, August, did you want to try to get up? Because it's your turn before the end of the round.
I'm not sure what I can actually do at the minute, but
Well, you could stand up, which means you're not at -3 physical defense when he shoots you again.
You can
That's
stand
true,
up. You
yeah.
can stand up and go
I'll-
behind the wall.
I'll stand up and get out of the way of the door.
You could totally hit a guy.
Well, I could try.
We're very good at peeking through the door. I'm just saying.
Yeah, less good. I've got a wound at the minute.
Well, you no longer have to peek, so it's okay.
It's true.
Oh, puppy video.
Currently, oh no, because standing up would be my action anyway, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but you can still move. So the move and get out of the way is probably, dive
Yeah,
for
get
cover.
out, I'll stand up and get out of the way, so that Nigel can get out the door.
It looks like Dragon's trying to get his ears up. Yay, look at little dragon.
What? Sorry.
Pictures came in.
Right.
Oh.
The canister rounds, that's for things like cannons rather than shotguns.
So the shotgun does specify that it can use canister rounds.
Oh, that's fair enough.
All right.
Or
So
I'm looking
August.
at it because I don't see that anywhere.
Yeah, I'll basically just try and dive for a bit of cover, but probably slowly because that really, really, really hurts.
Oh yeah, no, that hurt.
Mm. Yeah, I can't take that again.
Dragon. Dragon is a puppy. People are not nearly as cute as the puppy. Okay. All right. No more puppy video. Okay. Oh, we got stuff in here. Small barrel weapon. Smooth barreled weapon. Two-handed, spraying cloud of pellets. Yes. Yeah, against masked enemies, much like canister fire from artillery. Yeah.
Yeah, similar, but that doesn't mean it's using the same stats as heavy gun ammunition. Although it does say, if successful, the Game Master has to apply the damage test to everyone individually. So it wouldn't be the same damage roll.
I do it so I do 2 damage rolls. So I just thought
Yeah.
if it was both of your physical defenses, I went with the highest physical defense and went against both of you. So I have to do different damage rolls for Nigel then.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It would go against the highest physical defense and then apply successes across that, but it specifically says do 2 separate damage tests.
Okay. So this next round, I'll do 2 separate damage tests. I can follow directions, which I does believe puts us at the next round. Initiatives in the chat.
Okay. Next round. Got it.
23.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's an unfortunate roll.
I'm assuming you're not referring to the 23.
Well, no, I'm not referring to that. No, I'm referring to this.
Well,
Oh, it's better than mine.
I mean, yeah, but
do I have everybody then? Yeah, I think so. All right, River.
I'm gonna jump over to the guy with the shotgun.
So you're gonna run across the room and try to get hit?
Gonna try to take the gun away. 'Cause I need another one.
River's like, oh, new toy.
no, stop, please.
I got 16 to hit.
Okay, you hit him.
Let me read the disarm rules real quick. I know in Earth Dawn, disarm is nasty.
It's also a specific skill to itself.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you have that as a skill?
Oh. No, I don't.
So you're either punching him or just trying to use your strength to pull the weapon from him.
Unless you want to grapple.
Yeah, I'll grapple him. I need to get that. I need to find out how to get disarm.
Presumably it's right next to that arm.
Get out.
Because you can't default it either.
It's available once we hit Journeyman, so rank 5, professional rank 5, as a free skill.
Oh, so you're trying to look now for grapple instead of for
Yeah.
punching.
Yep, because if he's grappled, he can only try to get disengaged. He can't shoot people.
Okay, so that's a strength.
Versus a 16.
Okay. Yeah, he's good.
He gets out.
Okay. He's not what Eddie looked like. Guess what Eddie looks like? Eddie's a big old troll. Which after River is Brad. Nigel.
All right, so Eddie still has his gun.
Yep.
I'm gonna see if I can make that no longer be the case.
Damn y'all, leave Eddie's shotgun alone. I'm gonna shoot you people like.
Because that thing's dangerous.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
How's it? You know what? I'm just gonna throw karma anyway.
Don't
Uh,
throw karma.
16.
Versus just his no,
Yeah,
that's
I'm doing the same thing. I'm targeting the gun.
it's the gun we said is a neutral 5, so that puts it 2 above. 2
All right.
successes above.
So then I am at here. Hang on, that one was cocked. Uh, 13. So he's got a chance of beating that if he's a troll.
Oh yeah. Eddie's gonna beat that. Come on, Eddie. Eddie keeps his gun. Yeah. One for the GM. However, Morgana, you still go before.
Since I hang it
given
real quick, since I didn't move on the last turn, or it didn't do any movement, I was still standing in the doorway. I still have movement. I am going to step out of the doorway.
Come on, stay in the doorway. Now, fine. Morgana, it's still your turn before they get to go.
Yeah, Morgana is going to, having come down the chute last, will use a simple action, or we'll be moving out because I'm going to pass August one of my healing potions. And then move into the room and engage the orc with my sword. Well, he looks like he's in a bad way and needs a healing potion. And they do work instantly.
That is the plus to a healing potion. So you go to engage the
orc.
The orc who lost his son, unfortunately.
If I have if you still think if I have enough time to do that with a standard action left, I may even try and stab him. But that's.
I don't know you'd have time to.
I don't think I would. With pulling a potion out and handing it off, I don't think I would either. But I will be in close combat with him.
Menace.
Yes, it puts you in a defensive stance, so that when he attacks you, he's going to have to go down a step. How about that? Is that fair?
Yeah. And I will taunt the troll with a shotgun because, well, it didn't go well for his boss. Does he think it's going to go any better for him? Now, I may as well try and penalize that shotgun as much as possible.
So, what's your taunt roll against his social defense?
Give me a second. We are just rolling it now. That is a 15.
That will work. His social defense is not that good. You have a raise even.
Excellent. So -2 to all his actions and -2 to his social defense.
Which sucks because I'm going to shoot some people. However, first that orc is going to totally just try to punch you in the face. Because why not?
Woot.
Does a 12 beat your physical defense?
It does beat my physical defense, but not with any extra successes. I will fail and avoid blow.
You're going to try to avoid blow?
I tried to avoid blow and rolled a 5, so it doesn't do anything. He still hits me with the same level of success. But, at least it's only punching.
It is only a punch, 8 points of damage.
Okay, I will take my armor off that and be somewhat hurt.
Okay, now Eddie with the shotgun.
Maybe with
Now
the shotgun.
with the shotgun wants to shoot River. The good bad is that close range is hard for shotguns. In all truth, but then he's going to shoot August again, just so you know. Unless maybe he shoots River. Try. We'll try.
Excellent.
We'll try.
Yay. Lucky me.
Not a good shot. Not as good. Not nearly as good of a shot on this one. I have a 15 to shoot River.
Uh,
What's your physical defense? River.
31 of White Blow.
You did say shotguns were hard in close quarters.
They are. But I got a 21 this time because I threw karma at it.
Hooray! Wait, no, that's the other thing. Boo!
No, hooray! River again. They get you. And you're right there in his face, so he needs to kind of get rid of you.
24.
Son of a bitch. All right.
Well.
Magic River's for ducking and just pushing the gun up towards the ceiling each time he tries to fire it.
Flow like the
Thank you,
river.
River.
Your turn.
Whose turn?
I'm just going to say thank you, River, because if I had to try and avoid blow, I'd be on a -1 currently, which would put me on a D12.
Yep.
So thank you for
Part of the reason with the thing
dodging.
if it's at point blank, it really doesn't have time to area effect. Shotguns work better a little bit away from something, the area effect.
Yeah.
It basically immediately coming out acts like a slug almost. Thus, you got to get rid of River. What are you doing, Weymont? And then August.
Well, presumably I have arrived downstairs. Who's there?
Oh yeah, you're down there. Because Morgana came after you. Came down last round.
Right.
Stood up, but looked not so healthy. Morgana handed August a healing potion. River, you would have seen River run across the room and engage Eddie with the shotgun. Nigel is dodged behind a wall because, well, hell.
Because squishy mage.
Has been punched by an orc. And there's a whole bunch of children running, screaming, and climbing under tables. Probably a dozen kids down here.
Oh goodness. Right. So we've got one orc and one Eddie in the room.
One
Oh.
orc and one Eddie in the room so far.
Right. Well, it seems like the Eddie is basically engaged already, so I should probably do something about the orc. Because otherwise he's going to hit Nigel, and that's unacceptable.
Well, Morgana's engaged with the orc.
It's going to hit Morgana, which is also unacceptable. Twice so, since Morgana's a lady. Right, so anyway, I am going to throw a stun at the orc. A stun bolt. Now, in my parlance, stun bolt is basically called mind break. So I'm going to shatter that orc's mind. Must roll it first, though. Can't can't do any mind shattering without doing that. So, let's see. My skill at spell casting gives me 2d10, so hey ho, let's go. Mm. 33.
Did you say 33?
I did say 33.
Against his mystical, right?
Yeah.
4
It's
raises.
just like, yeah, a little bit.
Right, so effect test then on the mind break. I believe it's will plus rank for this. Plus
It's the
The 4 raises.
with 4 raises, yeah.
Yeah,
So
with 4.
it's like will plus rank plus, I want to say 8.
Yep, +2 for each raise.
Yeah. So let me just calculate that. Will is 7. Rank is 4. So that is 11 plus 8 is 19. So 19 is d20 and 2d6. You might be feeling this in the morning. Does damage roll up in this game?
yeah.
Yep.
Okay, that's good to know. 37.
And if he's still conscious, a -5 to all tests.
Does I think he needs some Tylenol for his headache. I feel like he needs Tylenol for his headache. Since will stun knock you down?
It doesn't knock you down because it doesn't
But
do
it
wounds.
probably does cause the wound. Because
It
that's
doesn't
fully.
cause a wound.
It does not.
Nope.
Yeah.
It's
So
just
no wounds are done.
It won't
That
knock you
Tylenol.
down, but it will knock you out.
well, but that's the first hit he's had, and it will not knock him out.
Yeah, but just for the distinction.
This is the orc, right? The one that took the 27 damage punch.
Oh, right. Forgot. Yeah, he's still not, but he's a lot closer to it than I originally thought. I forgot.
Well, if the troll's is high enough to have second shot, then yeah, it's not surprising they've got that much hit points to go through.
True. But you will have -5 to everything now, which is good.
Helpful.
Which
Helpful.
what? A lot. Thanks so much for that. Okay. So the shots were, and this is the second round. Or the first round after the shots. Okay. No. Second round after the shots? Second round after the shots. Alrighty. So let's see. Wherever was at 23. Wait. We on a new initiative?
I think we're waiting for August to take his action.
Oh, yes, August is. Oh, that's right. We're finishing that round. So we're having
Right.
August is out.
Yep, I will drink the potion that Morgana handed to me.
Probably a good idea.
So toughness. So does the wound take off my toughness step for this recovery, or does it
No,
heal it immediately?
the first thing it does is remove a wound.
Excellent. D12, D10. Oh, it was a duff one. 6. He looks a bit better.
Well, at least the wound's gone.
Absolutely. I will heal 6.
All right. Do you do anything else? Like, move behind the door jam?
Yeah, I'll move. I'll try and move a bit more to get a bit more cover.
It's a good plan.
Given that my avoid blow is an optional skill and can't spend karma on it.
All right. So now we are redoing initiative.
Okay.
Ooh.
2.
Consistent.
My
Well, look.
initiative is good.
Look, River got 1 twice.
In it.
All right,
11
Morgana.
in it.
Right, I will try and strike this orc I'm fighting, and I will try and strike him for stun damage because I'm allowed, because it's a melee weapon.
Snark.
Snark, that's the one. Sorry, Snark. I shall try and stun the Snark with a 9 on my attack.
With a melon?
No, with a 9.
Okay.
So the -5 does not affect his physical defense.
Correct.
So no.
No, right.
But if it makes you feel better, he looks like complete and total Arse. We'll do a British spelling so like you two
Yep.
can't get. Because apparently it only hates English curse words.
Because the
Wait,
Britons don't
wait,
speak
1
English.
second. Just 1 second there.
Andy, your American is showing.
What? Arse? Isn't that British?
Yes, but the British speak English. They speak more. Their English is more English than our English.
One might even say we invented it.
Well, you say that, but actually, American English is probably closer to what the English was like back when you guys became Americans.
Yeah.
And Chris is Scottish, so I don't call anything he does English.
No,
Okay.
no. We like nobody's going to be firing shots like that in here. Otherwise,
Exactly. That's why I'm not doing it.
Anyway, otherwise things are going to get messy.
It only hates modern American English curse words. So take
Very
that.
good. Carry on.
Speaking of shots fired, since the shotgun's gone off a couple times, nothing's bad's happened.
I was gonna say, I think that one from Andy should count as the attack roll this round.
I certainly feel attacked.
What? I didn't attack you. Joel did. Yell at him.
I didn't attack. I said I was specifically not.
28 with the medium revolver to the troll's ribs.
Two successes.
How many?
I think she said 2 extra successes.
He has an 18. Oh.
No.
Yeah.
But if it's 12 above, it's still 2. 13 above is still 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so 12, 2d10.
While that's going on, I'm getting attacked by a golden retriever.
Hey, Sonny.
What you doing, buddy?
40 damage.
So yes, I forgot we're in the very short window where you have a time difference and we don't. It's only like a couple of weeks.
I mean, he's trying to turn me into a holy woman.
Well, one of you is going to end up praying.
I don't really see River as the nun type.
She'll be a leader of the New Age spiritual stuff.
River's the
Fair.
none ya business type.
Yeah.
I think she's already shown she's the most likely to join a cult in this party.
I mean, not wrong.
That they're not a cult, they're a commune.
That is what they say.
29 to shoot River.
Can I get lucky? 3 in a row.
Did he not get knocked down by that 40?
Yeah.
He made another test. I'm not gonna. Huh. Even if he's prone, he's still on -3.
Yeah.
Some guys is just built different.
And the nice part is, if he's shooting me, he's not AoEing others. I take the hit.
And how many successes?
What did you say for the for it?
29, I think. Right, yeah.
So 3 successes.
The dice giveth and the dice take it away. 12 damage. That sucks. Mean dice. Why do the dust knights like me? But that's okay. He gets another try. Fun.
No.
16 for the second attack. Come on, kitty, kitty.
And I managed to get out of the way of that one.
It'll.
Can you spend AP mid-combat to raise the skill?
No,
You've
you've
got
got to
enough-
do that during downtime.
Okay.
Combat. Brad. You're up.
All right. Well, taking the gun from him doesn't seem to be too effective. But the gun's made of metal. I could throw lightning at it and do some damage to his gun.
No!
effective.
Look, I already stole the other gun from the other guy. You can have that one.
Oh, that's right. North or yeah, that's true. You already have
I'm
this gun.
gonna
Yeah.
be
You take
honest here, guys. I don't know how many guns we should be given.
All
Look,
of them.
if she has enough guns, she can't go anywhere to shoot anyone because she won't be able to move.
Hang on, that one was-
Okay, sure. You don't need to move to shoot guns, you know. You can be a turret just fine.
Okay, so that was a 10 on the spellcasting. So it should just be the one success since I'm targeting his gun.
Yep.
And maybe if I'll get lucky, this will set off the powder in his remaining loaded rounds. And we'll just have the gun like explode in his hands.
What's wrong with you people?
That is a 9.
I don't know how nice this is, what with the room being full of kids and whatnot. You're gonna explode a gun in a room full of kids. Alright.
The kids are under the table. They already went for cover.
They're running all over the place, that's what they said.
Running all over the place, and some did get under the tables, but
Some did. The rest, who cares about them? It's just-
they should.
Look, if we don't deal with the guy, then he's going to start shooting. They're more likely to get damaged if the gun remains on, as it is.
unexploded, you mean?
Yes.
So electrical damage of 9 to the gun. Oh. Let's see. He has shot the gun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, here's the good news and the bad news. 1 in, 5 can. He's out of bullets in the gun. So, but that would make that gun very hot. I don't know that he wants to keep a hold of it. I'm going to roll his willpower and see if he wants to keep a hold of the very hot gun. Because metal gets hot when it's, because lightning's hot. I'm not allowed to curse, right? The dice did not go well and he dropped the gun.
I
So
mean,
not
that's
only to load the gun, but now you have to pick up and load the gun. That's great. Good job. But
You could use fiddlesticks.
That is perhaps the best case scenario, in all honesty.
sure. For you guys. Grumble,
Yeah.
grumble.
Yeah,
Grumble.
that's right.
After Brad, we have August and Weymont, and then the orc.
What's your dex, Weymont?
My dex is 16.
Oh,
What's your dex?
16.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I guess we're just gonna have to do this at the same time.
Oh no!
Because I am going to shatter that guy's consciousness.
Which the orc or
in
the
front of the children.
the orc or Eddie?
Right, the orc, and this is perhaps the nicest way to do it in front of the children. All I'm doing is holding my hand out and grasping it. He's just falling over.
What are the children doing, Andy? Are they mostly cowering, or are they actually causing chaos?
They're mostly cowering. Some are under tables, and some are now at this point with so much gunfire just cowering down, like in the walkway. A lot of them are crying. Does that help? There's a lot of crying.
That does not help. I got 20, by the way, just so you know.
Oh, 20.
I'm good.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, that's against his. It's what? Two successes against his mystical? Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, let me go and calculate this. While I'm calculating this, you can tell me what you're doing, because we're doing this exactly the same time.
Yeah, no worries. I was going to see if I could stay down low and basically corral the kids that are not under tables and stuff to be a bit more safe.
As long as they're not trying to run out of the building. That's the most important
I'm
thing
trying
right
to
now.
get them. Yeah, because we don't need them running out of the building. I'm going to see if I can get them all. I'm going to try and herd some children.
I think that's a good idea.
They possibly know not to run out of the building. At least I would hope so.
First impression or conversation or something.
Just so you know, on the stun
I
once
can do a
again.
first impression.
And so that might be out.
Yeah, just so you know, on the stun again, I got 30. Make of that what you will.
Is that damage?
Yes.
Yeah. Edge. Orc is. Morgana doesn't have to worry about him punching her in the face again.
Hooray!
It
He's
goes
down.
down clutching his head, I'm assuming.
Yeah, he's past the. I just want. I don't know. It's set now.
Guy tried to divide by 0.
Never try to divide by 0. Oh, that's a good one. Good job, August. Yeah, so several of the children are following August and August's directions. Pretty much the ones that are crying so hard with their eyes covered, curled up in balls of terror. The ones that can pay attention to August are fully on that.
Yeah.
If you got an action, block the door so they can't get any reinforcements down here.
Oh, no, that was the end of that round.
I didn't know if anybody else had an action left.
Nope.
No, I'm afraid not. No actions left.
Okay, well.
Not even a little bit. Not even one.
New round. Ooh. August, your dice are the only dice that like me. I like your dice. They may.
Yeah, it's my D12. It seems to think that I should be going on 2 all the time.
Okay.
Depending on how you play it, going last isn't always a bad thing.
Oh, no. I know.
Ruth.
Mont. I think I need your initiative. And to see if my dryer is taking off. Oh, no. My washer.
What?
Okay. Sorry, Weymont, what was your initiative?
My initiative today is... Does initiative roll up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everything
If it's a
rolls
dice,
up, I believe.
if it's a dice roll,
15.
it rolls up.
Right, 15 then.
15. Weymont goes first.
So, Troll is still there, yes?
Yeah, we still got Eddie to deal with.
Oh no, not Eddie. Hate that.
Open his chakras. Open his chakras right up.
Eddie dropped the gun and has to reload it either way.
Well, presumably he just saw me flatten his friend, so...
See, Eddie, I don't know if he's bright enough to actually understand that you pointing at him caused him to fall over.
Also, Eddie was kind of occupied with, River punching him and grappling with him, and his gun suddenly getting struck by lightning.
Yeah.
It's been a day all in all for that guy. Right.
Before you go
Okay.
any further, you don't have any face covering.
No, I don't.
Save. I need a will check before you do anything.
I will check. Got it.
Because there's a lot of drugs flying around now.
Oh yes, the air is just full of drug.
It really is to begin with, and now we've had shotgun blasts and children running around and stuff. Yeah.
Yep. No, I get you. Right. Okay.
Say anything about putting a face covering on.
Nobody said anything about that. we just sort of ran in there.
Yeah. So I'm assuming River and Nigel and probably August, all three do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
However,
sorry, that cut out. Say that again.
I said River specifically said she was putting a covering over her face. Nigel said that's a good idea, so I'm pretty sure he did, and that
Yeah.
August too.
Yeah.
However,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Weymont never said anything about it, so they did not. So Weymont, what's that will looking like?
It's looking like a 9.
Looking like a 9. You
It's looking like a
can
9.
you can still you're okay right now. So you are doing what now?
Right.
Focus.
Well, okay. I will try to. I want to cast a spell. Mm-hmm. So, who's currently engaging with the with the troll?
I am currently the one in his face.
You're in his face. Got it. Okay, well, I think what I'm going to do is I'll just stick with an old favorite until I can get some better spells. I'm just going to try and stun him again. Like, obviously, it would be good if I could have some better spells, but, you know.
Tell you what, stun is probably one of the best spells in the
Play it.
game. For damage, anyways.
Not lethal damage, certainly. Right, so not as fantastic roll this time. It was 14.
Against his mystic, that's still a raise.
Raise a 1, is it?
Mm-hmm. Eddie's
Okay.
a lot of mystic or social defense. I'm just gonna.
I mean,
Those are not.
that makes sense. It doesn't look like something that would occur to him, really.
No.
Very
Eddie
much.
shotgun and occasionally punch a bitch. Like that's what Eddie does.
Right. Got it. No problem. I
So
will.
just overwhelm him with your stunning personality.
Yes. I mean, that's Morgana more than me, really. But yeah.
Good wordplay.
Yeah. I see what you did there. Fantastic. Super. Right. Excellent. Well done. 25.
25 damage.
25 damage.
Oh. Why don't you like Eddie?
We do like Eddie. He just needs to be on the ground now.
Thanks a lot. Stun doesn't cause knockdown.
It does not cause knockdown. It just causes a massive headache and, obviously makes his...
Sorry, Snark. Much like the Snark would like some Tylenol. Really like Tylenol about now. All right. And now it would be Morgana's turn, but Morgana needs to make the will roll beforehand.
A 6.
A 6. You know? You're feeling a little loopy. You're at a -2 to clearly justify doing anything right now. You know, and thank goodness that sea serpent in the corner is just sitting there being good, reading a book to them children. It's a good sea serpent.
So, with a mutter of good serpent stay, I will lurch across the room to help River with Eddie. And try and clunk him with my sword for stun damage.
Yeah, that makes
I-
sense.
I mean, why are we trying to stun him? Just kill the dude.
All right,
I
so
always stun
10
people. I don't like killing people.
Yeah, you can not like killing people, but the rest of us don't have to have that same restriction.
Eddie.
A-
All right.
A 5 to strike Eddie, if I can strike him.
A 5 will not hit Eddie.
I didn't think it would.
You go over there and you try. And again, the sea serpent's being good and reading to the kids, so that's fine. That checks. That's okay. And let's see. Eddie has had much better days and isn't even going to try to pick up the gun right now because his head hurts. So he's just going to try to single River because that toy would make more sense now.
His head hurts. It's
Head
been a
really
bad day, all in all.
His head really does hurt. So that is a 17, which, let's see, means that River makes a, let's see, hold on. So River has to try to make a unarmed or a strength check to get out of the 17.
Yeah, I got a 24. Unarmed.
Okay. He will try again because now maybe he's just going to punch in the face. And that seems reasonable.
He is just pawn in game of life.
The Hobbit was inventing the candygram.
19.
And I got 19 on the dot.
Using- Are you rolling? What are you rolling?
I am going to shoot Eddie again.
Hold on. What I was asking is what were you rolling to avoid the punch?
Avoid blow.
Okay. All right. 1 second. And then let's see who is next in the initiative. So there's that. So next in the initiative is the door opening to the downstairs. And one guy peeking through. And you can see another face peeking through as well. They are not attacking this round because they are trying to get a lay of the land before they just start shooting random things. Which takes us to now it's River's turn.
All right, so gonna shoot Eddie again.
Poor Eddie.
22.
22. That will hit, and you have a race. Poor Eddie.
That's at 90, 68. Mm-hmm. 23.
Well, Eddie's prone.
Yeah, that's
He's prone.
yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Done really well to this point.
He has. He's
He's
hung in there like a champ.
Yeah. All right. So then we are on Nigel.
Okay, so those tables that they had all the product on, would those be big enough to block the doorway that these people are coming down through?
Well, the doorway is at the top of the stairs.
Right, but like this, like is it a walkway? Is it just open or?
It's got a rail. So
Okay,
they
so it's not like a corridor coming down the stairs. It's open stairwell.
an open stairwell.
Okay, in that case, then whichever guy is up front of the group, I want to try and target him and push him, or let's see, can I target like the ceiling since they have the door open now? Just target something outside of the doorway and try to push him out of the room.
Sure.
Alrighty, we're gonna make that roll.
This guy is going to he's gonna roll down the stairs, isn't he?
No, I'm trying to make him fly up the stairs and back out the way he came. 14.
And that goes against his mystic defense, yes?
Correct.
Which has a raise.
Okay. So then I am rolling. Here. That would be a 10.
So the 10 goes against, I guess, really his strength to not be pulled backwards.
Yes.
Okay. Strength check. Can I have the dice back? Drop it and roll it? Okay. You're not allowed to roll the dice anymore, Bat. There's no good rule. So he is being drugged back. It's not a fast whoosh, but he is being drugged back. And then after you is August, right?
I will continue corralling the kids.
Okay. You're doing a good job. Matter of fact, you've even gotten a few of the other ones who were cowering to come over. So you have probably 10 out of the 12 kids gathered up.
And I will try and keep as low and, out of sight as possible from people shooting and that sort of thing.
And with that, we are going to pause because we have 10 minutes left and I have to be in a meeting immediately after that. I have to, pull something up for. So, in the middle of combat, we'll start the new round initiative with the one guy who's being drugged backwards, who's not rolled with that either. All right. And Eddie, who is prone. And let's see. Now, the next game should be the 7th. And you guys can't make the 7th. So that takes us to April 21st, yes?
April 21st.
April 21st is all good? Everybody's good?
Yeah.
Should be.
Double check here.
Bear with me.
I don't think there's anything there.
If the
unless
14th,
Yeah, 21st should be fine.
Or if people want to do the 14th, we're free basically for the rest of April. It's just the 7th we're not free.
I think the only one who could have a problem with the 14th is River because she only gets every other. right?
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
This will be over the Easter holidays, so I'll probably be as okay as I'll ever be.
21st it is, and by then I'll have Dragon with us. So Batsy can pull out my hair pretty. Dragon does something else. All right, you guys are awesome. I heart you all, and we will finish this up next round. Good game.
Cool.
Good game.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
See
you.
ya.
APs for the session?
And thank you, anybody who watches.
No APs for the session.
You're in the combat.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yes. No APs until after the combat.
Okay.
And leveling things in the middle of the combat. Take that, you people. Y'all are kicking enough tush, you don't need any help. Lah.
Oof.
On all of you.
I need 50 so I can put my durability up. I definitely need help.
Look, I am not in good shape here because with all the strain that I'm still taking.
Goodbye, guys.
Me too.
Bye.
Bye. Oh.
But yeah, no, I am definitely not in a good shape at this point. I am 10 points from uncon because of all the strain, and I have 4 points of karma left. I can't do another fight with another 2 guys.
Well, I've got
I mean, I've
8
got,
more
like,
points
what,
of
3
damage
points
before I'm
of strain?
unconscious.
Can someone tell me how strain actually works?
You basically pay for your spells with your hit points.
Right.
Mhm.
So,
If-
yeah, so it's temporary damage. It will come off once you can get like a good night's sleep and can recover, but you still have to count it while you're in combat.
Yeah. It works like normal damage. It can't kill you. It can't do you wounds no matter how much you take in one go, because it's all stun damage. And if you are healing just stun damage, you get to roll toughness plus willpower step for the
Okay.
recovery test.
That makes sense.
But anyway, yeah, I think we will go ahead and wrap the stream up here. So thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in, and we will see you in the next one.